I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Marshall Hibbler. Here. Cindy Holland.
Here.
Gary Bennington.
Here.
Rick Deerwester.
Here.
Greg J.
Here.
Larry Fiddler.
Here.
Sam Hinman.
Here.
Is there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Just wonder if we could talk about the park, the opening of it completely.
And we could put that under old business, can't we?
Yes. I do have a few items. The park board received some quotes on redoing the asphalt, or I believe some bids, I'm sorry. If we could put that on the agenda for this evening. Additionally, the town has received notice that it's time to renew the insurance for the employees this year. Normally, the town manager would handle this responsibility, but I'd like to at least talk about the insurance for the employees, health insurance for next year. So we could get that on the agenda as well.
That is on there, sir.
Is it?
You on new business?
New business.
I'm sorry. Overlooked it.
Anything else, Daniel?
No, that is it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented with changes?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J.
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye. Claims and transfers?
Okay, these are gonna be a little bit different than they were in the past. We'll do the water, wastewater, and then general and payroll are combined. Do you wanna do these one at a time, or do you want all the numbers and then?
Let's just do them one at a time.
Okey doke. All right, water is $12,487.21. Did you wanna approve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve of water for $12,487.21?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Cindy
Aye.
Holland, Gary Bennington,
Me.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J.
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye. Okay, wastewater is next, is that correct?
Yep. All right, wastewater, and this also has the blower on there that was voted on, so that's why it's a little elevated. I have that one for $56,916.61, and again, that was $56,916.61.
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J.
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye. And you said general and payroll will be combined?
Yes.
Okay.
And that one is $39,419.24. Again, $39,419.24.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J. Aye. Larry Fiddler.
Aye. Okay, do we have minutes to approve?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I sent those PDFs. Yes,
Those were the 6th and the 12th.
yes. And we will have more in our next meeting.
Before we do, I was wondering on Steve can speak to this. I know they took care of the tires on that sidewalk. Does that sidewalk have to be completely clear of materials? I know appliances are still out there.
Okay, we worked on this actually toward the end of last year. We were talking, our wording is pretty general on how, with the businesses, with the sidewalks. It's not specific, and we need to have some specifics on that with that being the appliance store. I am working with them to try to get that a little cleaner. They have, got all the tires down in the new location. So, one of the biggest things I'm working right now is to get all the stuff out of the alley. He's got a drop off for used and, non-workable appliances they've been putting in that side alley, so we're trying to get that out of there.
Okay.
So they have actually been working with me and trying to get that done.
Okay.
So we have minutes,
All right. Thanks, Steve.
we have minutes from May 6th, May 12th, and April 29th. The packet that I sent you did include, so we have 3 meetings there. During April, we had several special meetings, just kind of nature of the situation that we were in at the time. So I would ask that the council go ahead and approve those minutes. I would like to note that we will have some more minutes coming here soon for the meetings that we had, the other meetings that we had in April. Sam and I, well, really Sam's been doing a great job trying to locate what was done by Miss Galloway before she left. The only thing I would note too, on the April 29th minutes, I think it would be probably, forget that, never mind. So I just asked that you go ahead and approve those minutes.
Okay, the 6th and the 12th what month was that?
That was May.
May?
Yes. So April 29th, May 6th, and May 12th.
Okay.
I'll make a motion for April 29th and May 6th and May 12th to approve the minutes.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Craig J.
Aye.
Larry Pitler.
Aye. Communications. Town Marshal?
Sharon Mike's back here, so hopefully everybody can hear me. You've got a copy of the police report. We're staying pretty active. I've got to say, Levi App has been really doing a phenomenal job out with criminal enforcement. I think last weekend he had five arrests and followed up with James made an arrest on Sunday. And we're talking, I think one of them was like 2 ounces of methamphetamine. So really being really on the job. A lot of good numbers and stuff right now. I mean, we've still been working the COVID. So that, as we see, is kind of tapering down a little bit. We're still trying to remind people to use the social distance. We actually had 2 protesters in town. I'm sure everybody heard about that. They didn't stay very long. Some of our town residents actually went out and had conversations with them and voiced their displeasure with them being in town. They were here about 2.5 hours or so at the corner of Market and Main with signs, with BLM signs and defund the police signs, and then they left. The good news is we've seen no murder hornets yet, so we're good there. We did get the vacancy for the deputy that Deputy Marshal was approved last week. It was posted, so it is out there. Posted on Indeed today, and within 2 hours we had 9 applicants already. We've got a lot of other interest. We've got a few other applications that have floated in other ways to us. We're looking to have that posted and open until the 26th. And then on the 27th, we'll be doing written examinations in here, and then in the afternoon, we'll be doing a physical fitness test. And then the successful applicants there will be invited to come back for a oral interview so we can finish up the process. And then I'll make a recommendation to the council when we find an adequate officer. Barring any questions, that's all I have today.
And Steve,
Yes.
excuse my ignorance, but on like the volunteers that we have,
The reserves,
the
yes.
reserves, I'm sorry, yeah. Or is there a plan in the future to have those folks advance within too, or?
Well,
Sort of
it's opened
training.
up, it's open to them, they're gonna be applying, there's a
Oh,
couple
okay.
of them have expressed an interest, so they'll be able to apply.
Cool,
So,
thank you.
Anything else?
that's it, that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you. Clerk treasurer.
Well, we did most of the stuff that I have. The only thing was for the work orders for this month, we had 0 change of ownership inspections, which that's because of the COVID, we would go into homes to do those. We had 3 water turn-offs, 4 water turn-ons, 16 leak checks, 1 downloaded meter, 7 final, 7 transfers, 6 new, 3 readings or rereads, 4 check repair and meter replacement, and 15 other. So, the guys are staying busy.
I was gonna follow up on something with Sam. Sam and Susie had contacted me last week about sending out, so the state deadline for resuming shutoffs for utilities for non-payment, I believe is, currently it's June 30th. We have the opportunity where we can, through our billing process, send out notice to our residents and let them know that, kind of give them some advanced warning that, hey, the town's gonna begin implementing its procedures that were previously in place prior to the COVID outbreak. We would need approval from the council to do that, because there's an extra charge for the cost to provide that notice through our billing company.
Do I have a motion for that?
One question.
Okay.
Would it be the whole message go on the bill?
Yeah, so we would write it out, and on the bill in the very bottom, like if this was your bill, right here is a yellow
Yeah.
box, and we put out messages, so it would just say what our schedule would be. That way they're not blindsided.
What is the fee to add that?
Actually, I don't think it's anything.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Any other discussion?
But it was the schedule that we wanted to make sure was okay.
And it was 30 days after June 30th?
Mhm.
Okay.
But for disconnects, I think it was, we were gonna apply the late fees and send out the disconnect letters. I think it would have been on a Wednesday, so the Thursday past the 30 days, which would be in compliance with, but the actual disconnects wouldn't be until our regularly scheduled day in August. So our customers would initially get 10 or 11 extra days to,
So August 10th is the normal disconnect day.
Can I
So,
make a suggestion, dear?
sure.
Would it be better if you moved your microphone around and try that so you talk at it instead of away from it?
Leaning on it.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
No, that's fine.
I would motion that we go ahead and put that notice in for the disconnect starting August 10th.
I'll second that.
And that will include their late fees and et cetera.
Yes, the late fees would be, because our normal billing is, I think the 25th is on a Sunday. So the actual billing day would be the 26th, but normally we would apply the late fees and the day after, but that wasn't in, like, the 30-day window was not yet over. So it would be after the 30 days, and then they would be on the disconnect.
The late fees will just start after June, it won't go back till,
No, it will be just on,
the new late fees?
yes.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and should anyone need help, call the office before the disconnect day.
Yes.
And before that time, we'll probably need to get some guidance in terms of potentially doing some kind of pay arrangement with people. There may be instances where the town may want to do that with some of our customers, so maybe we can get that on our agenda.
Well, we do encourage them to call in and make those arrangements.
Make arrangements.
Okay. Did we have a second? We did. didn't we?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gary.
Okay, Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Greg Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J,
Aye.
Larry Fidler.
Aye. Building inspector updates. you have anything, Daniel?
No, I will say, I've briefly spoken with, Jim Inslee, and, sounds like, we're moving forward with some progress, but nothing has been finalized just yet with the county. I think we probably won't get any more information until their next, public meeting, in June. I did find out some information a couple weeks ago. Mr. McKee had asked about the planning commission and the BZA, and the way it stands right now, the town will still control its zoning and its planning commission. So I thought that was good to know. Town is going to continue to handle the unsafe building law. So in the event that something actually does get worked out with the county, sounds like those areas will still stay within the jurisdiction of the town. So that's pretty much all I've got.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, new business? Renewal of town's insurance.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that this would have been something that the town manager would have resolved or handled, but since that position is vacant, I was contacted by the town's insurance company just to kind of get some clarification as to what next steps. Based on what the, really we just need some clarification is, does the town just want to keep the plan that it has in place for its employees, or would you rather seek out potentially some other options for the town? Since we don't have really any major changes in terms of, we have lost a few employees, but I don't know if it would be beneficial to change that up at this time. I would just like some direction from the council on that.
I think it would be beneficial to keep what we got right now until things get settled out with new clerk treasurer and everything else gets straightened out. Then we can probably decide on if we want to change insurance or not.
Yeah, and do we know, is it a annual renewal or
It is.
quarterly or?
It's an annual.
And
Can
was
we
there-
do that at any time?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay.
Was there an increase in rates?
I don't believe so. Let me pull up the email. You can read directly from the agent. The individual that we've worked with in the past, it's an independent agency. He said your current renewal has a low increase, given that you've had the same company for the last 4 years. That apparently they did a spot check with the market and there was no advantage to changing. There have been no negative feedback regarding the service from the town or any of the employees that we've had. It says here, the current plan is a level funded type plan. This is the most competitive type of program currently available in the market. It has 2 distinct features that come into play when there's consideration of moving from the plan. The first is a feature whereby you may receive a credit, which would reduce your overall costs this year. The second is the necessity to actually collect applications from all employees. Basically, the health and Medicare specialist, his name's Paul Breeding, he said the level of increase, the complications, and the unlikelihood of finding a lower cost, and with the town's personnel disruption here recently, his recommendation would just to stay exactly the same. So sounds like they did some kind of market analysis to determine if there was any other options that the town could seek out, but sounds like this is going to be our best option.
When is this actually due to be renewed?
It would be, the proposed effective date would be July 1st of 2020.
So that, a decision has to be made before July the 1st to renew this.
That is correct, yes.
Is this a local agent or?
Yes, his name's Paul Breeding, he's out of Bloomington. He works with a company called the Insurance Center Group.
And he's a broker, so he's got multiple.
Who is that?
He's a broker, so he's got multiple
Well-
agencies that he can work with.
That very well may be, but I can tell you that I just had a substantial savings in renewing my insurance coverage with blanket insurance coverage that I carry. And I saved several thousands of dollars over my previous carrier. And they did that by consolidation of some of the coverages and so forth. And I would strongly recommend that the town have at least have someone else take a look at what you have and what you have in coverage and what you're paying in premium, and see if there isn't a savings to be had.
Well, this is health insurance only, correct?
Yes,
This is the employee's health insurance
This is the employee's health insurance.
only,
Yes.
yes.
Well, that still is applicable.
I realize that.
And one thing I'll bring, we had an agent come in here and talk to Wayne and Cheryl toward the end of last fall, I believe, and he was gonna come back with some quotes. He's a local agent here in the county who's also a broker, does the same thing, but it's, he was referred to us from Roachdale. It was a lot over the employees' insurance they have up there, where we looked at the package, you know, for employee packages, they pay 100% of their employees' insurance up there, and he's got some policies that save some money, so I don't recall his name this time.
I'll withdraw my motion then, and we can do something else.
This actually needs to be decided on tonight, though, really, doesn't it?
well, if we're gonna,
Yeah.
I mean,
Couple of weeks.
we could hold a special meeting.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure, if we're gonna be able to get, you know,
Is this an annual, or can we do this
it's annual.
for a quarter?
No, it would be annual.
Yeah, there was like there's a window that they operate within.
And this kind of blindsided us because we really didn't realize it was
Right.
coming up.
Right. I can, reach out to Andrew O'Hare and see if you would have any other options. We work with, HPG, for other insurance needs. We could have a special meeting towards the end of
You say July 1st,
July 1st, yes.
so that's before our next meeting.
But would, yeah, it sounds like it would go in effect July 1st.
I think we should go ahead and renew what we have.
With the understanding that we'll shop next year, we just don't wanna have a lapse in it.
Right.
The only thing that I would be concerned about is making sure our employees have health insurance. We don't want, I got this email 3 days ago, so,
Well, and
and there wasn't a lot of time to,
I'm sure we can cancel it at any time with notice to him.
Well, you can in health insurance.
I'm not sure how that would work.
Not health
Well, my
insurance.
work, you can't change stuff in the middle of the thing.
Well, you can change carriers, you just can't change policies.
As long as it met the same policy.
Right.
So I can seek out some alternatives if you'd like.
I would say let's go ahead and renew, at least so we don't have a lapse in coverage while we investigate other options.
And that was a motion, correct?
What's it?
That is a motion.
That is a motion that we go ahead and renew it, so we do not have a lapse in coverage while we're researching other options.
You know, I'll second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Craig J,
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye.
Thank you, folks. These are not kind of things that, you all are normally used to kind of handling, but, kind of the, situation we're in, that's just part of it right now, so.
Okay, do we wanna go ahead and do the park ceiling bid?
Sure.
Before we do Bill? Is it okay, Bill?
That's fine.
Park has presented a bid to reseal the parking lot, and that's all it's for, isn't it?
The second one is to repaint the restrooms, the one that's really hard to read.
Too big.
Yeah.
Okay, one's 1551, that's for resealing.
15,
1550.
the 1550 is for the bathrooms.
That's
And
to
the
paint them.
3,600 is for resealing. And that's two numbers added together, so when we circle the numbers. So there's not a total on there, I don't think, but if you add them together, you get.
3,600 to do that. Parking lot. So all the asphalt.
So it's 5150 total?
Yes.
It's 1550.
I believe you have a budget of
So
6,000?
we have $6,000 that the town council gives us every year. And 2,500 of that is earmarked basically for other services. And then we also have a donation account, so every time somebody rents a shelter, we have some people that collect recycled cans, all of that money goes into our recycled account. And we have, where'd that number go? $5,563.82 in that account. So if we take the other services and then we can make up the rest of it with our donation account. And I have that breakdown if you want it. And I think if you're interested in the painting, John can tell you more because you can't really read that one. But it's just a paint and
We're gonna do an epoxy seal on the floor, the cement floors. We've got some damage to the ceilings, he's gonna repair those. And then he's gonna paint the inside and out, leaving the mural on that west side. Or the Cloverdale, I think it's written on the restroom, we're gonna say that. And paint everything else, inside and out. And other than that, unless we run into problems with what he finds in the ceiling, you know, there is some damage on ceilings on both of them. And that's because there's no heat in those restrooms. You know, they sit there cold all winter, and you're gonna have that problem, you know. We're lucky we haven't had to do it before, so. We were quite satisfied with what he planned on doing.
And now that you have them in front of you, I can tell you both of those are local companies.
Okay. Any other discussion? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Cindy Allen,
Aye.
Barry Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Craig J,
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye. Okay, Bill, the train depot?
Give you guys a quick update on where we're at right now. This week we got the dirt work done. The drainage is in place. We're gonna hold off on the seeding until we're done with everything else, because if we put it in now, we'll just end up destroying it. Most of the siding is up right now. We're finishing up with the trim. The window's been removed, all the rot was taken out, and it's all back in. And our Amish crew got in there and they excavated and they got the footers poured for the stairs and for the ramp. So we've had really good progress since last meeting that I was in here. So my next part is I need paint colors, and I think we're getting close on what we want to do there.
I think so, we've got, I don't know if you guys saw these,
Is that the green?
that's the green and
Yeah.
kind of a,
And we got a green roof on it, so
Yeah,
we
I
wanna
think we
stick
better
with that
stick
color.
with some green.
yeah.
Maybe an off-white and a green that matches that roof.
My thinking, yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I'll make some selections, I'll bring them into you guys for final.
Good with that.
Have you guys had a chance to talk about the railing? What we wanna do for that railing style?
Just what you presented last week.
Okay,
Just the heavier industrial
yeah.
style.
you wanna do the industrial style?
We don't wanna do the residential because of the small diameter and it being an industrial style building.
Okay,
I
so
think
we wanna stick with
upsize
the
that a little
industrial?
bit.
Okay,
It has
Do
that
we-
antique look too, doesn't it? I mean, it's.
well, we can do one that has a more antique look. So it would have some balusters in it.
We
That
just
would,
wanna be, this, you
that
know,
would be what I would recommend.
something more of the period.
Yes. So, okay. I know which one you're talking about then. The door styles for the double door, that more period correct with the glass.
Yes.
So I think we wanna keep the glass in like the upper 2/3, go with the solid panel in the bottom.
Right.
Okay, so I know where you guys wanna go there. Do we want to do the additional man door that is down, because that's the one that's currently a old 6 panel with a 9 light in it, and it's rusted through at the bottom.
I
And I-
believe we do.
Yeah, and what I'll do is I'll get pricing, and I'll present the pricing to you before we order.
And it will match basically the
Yeah,
other door.
well, it'll be
Design.
about, it'll be one half of the other door.
Right.
So they'll match. The inside demo versus the paint and drywall repair. To pull out those other 2 walls to take it back to the
shiplap.
shiplap. That's the way we wanna go on
I
that.
think we wanna go shiplap, I think that's more.
Yeah, I think it would be better to just clean that whole room out, and once you guys have, decided exactly what the purpose of that building is, you can do a little bit with the flooring and stuff like that, but at least it'll be cleaned out and it'll be ready to go. Okay, and then the final one for me was the back door. If we decided that we wanted to go ahead and get 2 windows and then go ahead and build that into a fake, so it looks like doors from the outside, but it's actually a wall. And that was because of security and the back stairs that really probably shouldn't be there.
That's my thought is, go ahead.
Well, my thought is, since we're removing the back stairs, do we even need it to look like a back door? Or just go back to windows, since there's not gonna be a dock or anything there anyway.
I think that's what we mainly discussed about last time, was make it look like double door.
Yeah, I can make it look like a door, but it'll actually be a wall.
Yeah, I see Greg's point, though.
But there's no dock or anything there, it's kind of up in the middle of the wall.
Yeah.
It would make more sense to just have windows and
And
finish it out.
we can do that, we can continue the siding right on across and just put 2 windows in there that match the other ones and call it good.
Then the stairs would be removed.
Stairs are already gone.
They're
already
gone, so
gone. Yep.
we'd have a door hanging
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah,
off the
stairs,
ground.
all the stairs are demoed out, all the dirt work's done, so it's all cleaned up, it's ready for seed.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need to have an appearance of a door without any
No.
kind of decking or anything back there
Yeah,
for it. so.
and that's fine, I mean, doesn't cost us any, actually
Exactly,
probably
and
costs
it
us
would
less.
finish it out, I think.
It actually probably costs us less. So, yeah, we can do that. All right, that's all I needed.
Okay,
Can I get a
You have
motion
something for me.
to
After he signs
approve
it.
Okay.
those changes.
the paint color, the additional, the industrial railing, the glass in the doors, shiplap, and basically the covering up the back door and just.
Well, I don't think we're gonna approve paint colors, cause he hasn't presented them yet, he's gonna bring in some
Oh, okay.
samples.
Yeah, I know what you guys, I know what you're looking for.
He knows
now.
where we're at. so
I see.
I can zero in on it pretty quick.
Okay.
And I'll have a sample by the end of the week I can drop off for everybody to look at.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we do that except for the paint color.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester,
Aye.
Greg J,
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
Are we ready for old business?
There's really nothing there that I know of, but I did want to let y'all know that the website is coming along. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it's vastly improved. It's only going to get better with time. So I talked to Sam, and hopefully here in the next few months we'll be able to get a process so that bills can be paid through the website. So we're kind of investigating some of those options. Hopefully we'll have more info soon, but if you haven't seen the website, go to it and take a look at it. So
Okay, is there anything else from the council?
Yes, there's a bill here for some work down at the water plant,
The energy
or an
conversation.
estimate, I guess.
Yeah.
but I think this maybe was already approved. I think this is something that this was the Energy Conservation Solutions Inc. Sam.
That's me.
I
Oh,
said, I
okay.
That's
That's the water plant, that's the repairs of the water.
right. There's a safety hazard down there on the catwalk. The railing is broke loose. Bill looked at it with his welder, and they're gonna sleeve it and weld it all together, and then they will be repainting those catwalks, or the railing for the catwalks.
Should we have another estimate or not?
I would say you're probably gonna be hard pressed to find someone to give you an estimate because of the remote welder, but we can look.
Yeah, the way our ordinances are written, we can choose to bid it out. That's just within the council's discretion.
But it is a safety issue right now.
It is a safety issue right now because the two end safety railing posts are broke off and the others are getting bad.
Right.
Basically, everyone's aware of it, but we don't want anyone to fall off into the tank out.
I'm sorry, where was that? Where was that?
It's at the wastewater plant.
Okay.
No, water plant.
No, it's the wastewater plant, sorry.
Wastewater?
Yes,
This says water treatment plant.
not it, well, water treatment
Water
plant.
treatment,
Okay.
wastewater treatment.
Wastewater,
Yeah, I don't know the difference is the problem. That's why.
You'd know if you,
If I fell in, I think.
he was there.
I would, make a motion, we go ahead and approve this, but, yeah, I understand we can make a bid, but when safety's involved,
really don't have time.
yeah, we, don't, I don't wanna jeopardize the safety. I make a motion, we go ahead and, approve this estimate.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Cindy Holland,
Aye.
Gary Bennington,
Aye.
Greg J,
Aye.
Rick Deerwester.
Aye.
Larry Fiddler.
Aye.
Can I get a copy of that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can I just mention that the farmer's market is open every Saturday from 8 to noon, and we're having a very successful year. Quite a few people are coming out. Last week we had 11 vendors, and the week before we had 17. So it's very nice, and it's just really a good asset to the town.
And did I hear or read correctly that you have live music?
Well, I guess we got live music coming up. Amy, the market master, is constantly trying to improve the market, get more people there, and make it more friendly.
Will they be opening it on Sunday anytime soon? I don't know if the COVID's got them restricted to one day.
We have never had a market on Sunday.
Just one day, oh, okay.
And truthfully, I think all our market people go to church on Sunday,
Yeah.
so I just don't think you could get vendors for that. But Saturday's very nice, and it's a very social and there's quite a different kinds of produce. We've had lettuce and eggs and microgreens and honey and just lots of things. A lot of crafts, nice, homemade stuff.
Don?
Yes, I just want to confirm that I believe that there is a plan commission meeting, planned for this coming Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, is that correct?
So I have contacted the members and I've only heard back from one at this point.
I'm sorry,
I've contacted the members about having a meeting on Thursday, but I've only heard back from one person at this point. So I'm not sure if people are still reluctant to get out because of the COVID. But as of right now, I would be surprised if we did have one.
Don, are you needing this meeting? Are you needing this meeting?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, he
Trying
has
to get
requested
moved
it.
on.
Yeah.
I contacted Mr. Getter, your attorney, last night to get your contact information because I was trying to, I don't have your contact information, so I reached out to Scott to get that information. So I was planning on letting him know basically what was going on once I heard a little bit more information from our members. But the only person who I've heard back from at this point is just Barb J. Yeah. So
She'll be there.
James?
So, all that you kind of run through the clerk treasurer as far as getting on the agenda for the planning and BZA. What is the process now? Because, Mr. Getter did talk to me probably a couple weeks before the meeting that was supposed to have happened that didn't. He informed me that he had been up here to discuss it, and he even had his, surveyor here to discuss it, so I have no reason to doubt that he didn't make the appointment. So what should be the process to get on the agenda, and how should we know if we have a meeting or not? Because I was here, I was not informed that the meeting had been canceled.
Basically, president will control that other than,
well, right now we don't. I don't think we have a secretary. That's the other issue. I believe Miss.
Debbie Wingler is supposed to be our secretary.
Yes, I believe she has resigned. So
Okay.
that's I think something we're trying to process as well.
So why did we not have a meeting to at least discuss a new secretary or entertain a new secretary? Why did we?
We got a bunch of crap.
Well, I don't really have a great response for you, to be honest with you. I mean, we haven't, we've been handling some more pressing issues. So, secretary of the planning commission hasn't quite come up yet, so.
I would consider getting a plot laid out or a development going in the town, a pressing issue as well. Expands our tax base, potentially increases kids at our school.
James, would you like to be the secretary?
I'm already on planning and BZA.
Okay,
We need a secretary.
well, we need a secretary.
More people.
So, as you know,
Where we at?
no, let me finish. You're making this a big deal,
No.
but here's the deal. You know that we're without a town manager. You know we're without a clerk treasurer. You know we're without a building inspector. At this point, you know we're trying to keep our head above water until we can fill those positions. So, yes, there was a meeting scheduled, there was a mistake, people weren't notified. My apologies, Don. Okay, I apologize that you and your surveyor came here to the building when no one else showed up. I will take responsibility for that. But, future, ideally, we'll have a town manager to handle those roles. Okay, or someone in an administrative position to handle that. But that has not taken priority right now because we have more pressing issues. So we are doing our best, we're gonna get it taken care of, and we're gonna do it quickly. I can assure you of that. But that's why, so if you want someone to blame,
I'm not.
I will be the person to blame me.
I'm not
So
trying to
it's
blame.
my fault.
But I just wanna make sure that we're still operating as far as planning and BZA, because we don't operate under the clerk treasurer, we don't operate under the town manager.
No, you operate under the building inspector. Right, and we don't have a building inspector.
The
So,
building inspector
we don't
enforces-
have a
The
secretary.
building inspector goes by the zoning and codes that we approve.
Right,
We report to the board, we're not even on the agenda anymore.
okay.
Actually, the plan on BZA is under the council.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes, but part and parcel of that is the building inspector.
On the park, yeah.
So, as you know, we don't have someone in that role. So we're trying to figure out options. So
But
we're,
the town still has to move forward, we still need to have the meetings.
that's why I
So-
contacted the planning commission to try to see if we could schedule a meeting this week. I've received a comment from one person. I understand. I'm trying to make efforts, James.
But
I
it
get
takes
it.
more than one response to have a meeting.
But it's always been standard for the plan that's the first Thursday of the week or the month. And the BZA is the same time. It's been, for years, it's been that way. Why don't they show up?
Well, we're in the midst of a global pandemic, okay? There's
That's the main
been
reason.
lots and lots of restrictions on this town and this community and the people in it. So, yes, there has been a little bit of a lapse in the planning commission and in the building and zoning. But just be mindful, we're trying to keep our head above water at this point. We're gonna get solutions worked out. And so I'm sorry, Dalton, that you wasted your time. I will take full blame for that, okay? That was my
Well,
fault.
you know,
I'm not the town manager. I'm here to give legal advice to this town. But if you want to find someone to blame, I will gladly take it on my shoulders. I'm sorry if that was a waste of your time but we will get something scheduled for you.
In the meantime, we're burning sunshine.
I know.
But this is the time of year that I need to be busy. I need to be doing things. This is dirt work time. And we're just wasting time.
If you know someone who could serve on the planning commission,
So,
we did have a
okay,
vacancy.
You've heard from one response, Barbara J, I don't believe is on planning, I believe she's on BZA. Mr. J is our president, so,
Well, I think the email was in reference to both, so.
I haven't heard from, Mr. Lotz yet. I figured you would be in attendance, but, I haven't heard anything from Debbie. The last information that she'd given me was that she was resigning from her position.
Well, for years, the Planning Commission and BZA did not have a paid secretary. We had a volunteer for many years that took the notes, and she did an excellent job for the BZA and the Planning Commission for years. Unfortunately, the young lady passed away. Too many smokes. But that's, and bygone. Last week was last week. What I was concerned about, what I was asking about is what's gonna happen this week. And, you know, if we can't muster a quorum for a meeting this Thursday, then I don't have to plan for that, and I don't have to make phone calls, and I don't have to do a lot of things for this Thursday night, and I don't have to show up if I'm not gonna have a meeting.
Right.
Nobody's gonna be here, the door's gonna be locked.
I wouldn't plan on showing up this week. Okay, so I'm
Problem
guessing.
is, we've only had, Barb and I are the only ones that responded for the meeting, and that's not enough for the meeting.
I will get something scheduled, provide notice to the newspaper for next Tuesday. For next Tuesday.
For next Tuesday, a week from
Yes.
today.
A week from today. But I don't know who's going to be able to show up. So if you want to schedule a meeting, I'll get a meeting scheduled. But ultimately, I was trying to work it so that we could ensure that all the members would be able to attend, so that we could get your request handled timely. But I can't control what other people's schedules are. So if you want the meeting, we'll schedule the meeting. Or if you'd rather me wait and try to contact people individually, I can do that as well.
Well, I think if we schedule a meeting to be a meeting night, a week from today, next Tuesday night, and then we can work toward that end. And you can solicit the members and determine whether or not you're gonna have a quorum, that's fine.
Okay, I will do that.
Dan,
How many people are on these boards that you're talking about?
Well, it's very difficult to fill them. We've had
7 and 3, I think.
That's not what I'm asking, difficulty of filling. I'm asking how many people are on the board?
7 and 5.
Huh?
That was 7 and 5.
75.
7 and 5.
Seven and five.
Okay.
75.
Now, there's no reason for them to say they can't show up because of the virus, because we got more than 5 people in here right now, and we're staying 6 feet apart. So the virus is an excuse.
Well, what if they have to work? I have to work, so.
I didn't say anything about work, I said the virus. Okay?
Don, I'll get your meeting scheduled for Tuesday.
Some people won't come out because of the virus. They're not here now.
A lot of people are still being cautious, as ridiculous as it sounds, they are.
Well,
That's probably one of them.
forgive me.
Anything else from the council?
Yes. Those warrants and transfers, I believe we're supposed to be signing those.
I have them right here.
And we'll sign those afterwards, or? we can
However
pass
you
them?
wanna do it.
We can pass them now.
Would you like the minutes also, or?
I think I'm the only one that signs the minutes, so.
Okay.
Yeah, Larry, I wanted to bring up
Go ahead.
the status of the park. And I'm not sure when we said it was totally open. I know we left it open for the track and people to walk around, but the playground area where they jump on, you know, the equipment there was supposed to have been taped off until a certain date. I don't think it's taped off now. I mean, is it open? Is it something we want to talk about? Because a lot of folks in town are confused as, you know, can they get on these pieces of equipment now? So,
They have been playing on the playground, although it's not legitimate or whatever it is, so we still have to go ahead.
I do believe that, I think it was March 23rd, was the meeting when the park was closed the first time. When we voted, or the very next meeting, when I was at home, and we talked about opening up just the track and the Wi-Fi and the ability for people to log in, they said that the town workers were gonna mark off that playground, and it never happened.
right, so,
So that wasn't us that was supposed to do that, they weren't even
Understood.
here.
and like I said, a few folks in town wanna know, is it open or should it be closed?
The state of Indiana the playgrounds aren't even open until the very last phase, which is the 4th of July.
Okay, so do we need to rope off or caution off that equipment?
Let me get a hold of the street department tomorrow, see if
Okay.
those guys can do something.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have any questions on the web?
Some folks are asking about the insurance, suggesting to look with Glen Fir or Winters. We're having lots of issues here, and fortunately, it's kind of the difficulty with doing live streams in this room. Ms. Stein asked, why hasn't the town sought out other insurance companies before tonight?
We just received the email 3 days ago.
Someone indicated this farmer's market is very nice. And that's it.
Any other things from the audience? Okay, call this meeting adjourned.